Welcome back, everybody. 6:33 a.m., November 22nd, 2017. That is Eastern Time. All right, this one goes out to my friends in Florida for their Thanksgiving weekend. All right, well, you can see it right off the bat here on our wide satellite chart. This is that system. We've been talking about this at least 3 or 4 days ago now. We spoke about this system that began moving down south or north to south through Texas into the Gulf. And you can see it clearly here. Once it hit that water, you can see it expanding the cloud base. We have a little bit of those deep reds in there. This will not be a tropical storm by any means. This is not going to be anything super serious. The issue with it is it's going to cause a lot of rain, unfortunately, for Thanksgiving. For those of you in Florida, especially mid-Florida, the Panhandle, and obviously those same areas on the East Coast. Possibly keeping South Florida and the Keys out of that situation, I don't know yet. I would prepare for rain. It's going to be wet. I mean, there's really nothing we can do with it at this point. Now, you can also see this front here that is almost attached all the way down into the South Caribbean here. This has been a pretty constant over the last week. Now, as far as temperatures go in the Northeast and also in the middle of the country, you can clearly see here that with these color charts, I have a few of them brought up that we're going to look at really quick. This is going to be somewhat of a short video. And by the way, I'm happy to be back. It's nice to be back home and making videos for you guys. Now you can see here, this is where our deep U is in the jet stream. Now a lot of the times when this U comes down into the middle of the country, it's pulling that cold air from Canada down into the States. And you can clearly see that happening here. A few days ago, I woke up and had about a half an inch of snow on the ground. And we're talking about this area right around here. And that was because of a U that was moving west to east. Our jet stream is constantly flowing west to east all the way across the U.S. and the border of Canada. And now we have this deep U that is moving its way across. We have higher temperatures in the west. And then that deep U brings that cold air down from Canada, and then it moves everything east, and that is what is about to pass through the Northeast. So we're going to get some really cool temperatures in this area of the Northeast coming up. It's already freezing this morning. I can feel it moving through my window, unfortunately. And just to give you a little bit more verification, these are the current field temperatures. Feels like -1 in some of these states, guys. Great Lakes areas, 15 degrees, 13 degrees. And then we have the Northeast, even as south as West Virginia and Virginia, 42 degrees this morning, 38 degrees. So you can see that these winter months are really, they're coming quick. And just to think, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about tropical storms and hurricanes. So again, you just get this deep U shape here. You can kind of visualize what we're looking at as far as the jet stream goes. This one's a little bit more of a broad temperature scale. You can see the warmer temperatures on the west. Middle of the country is very cold right now, and then a little bit more mild on the very far coasts as we speak. So, as of right now, this is what Florida looks like for its current weather. We're not going to see that big system like we saw on the radar charts. This is more of a NexRad satellite image, so it picks up the more dense areas. And this is just over the next hour. So unless you are about to travel as we speak, this would be the only map you'd want to see. This is not going to forecast anything for us. You can look a little bit into the future, but again, the best bet for those of you that want to check out more of the higher level clouds and stuff like that, come to this chart here, which is ssd.noaa.gov. You can find the chart within there. No disturbances, which is a good thing as far as tropical storms go. We are clear on this side. We are also clear on the eastern North Pacific. Good thing. Now we'll just take a look really quick at this system, which is barely registering on even tropical tidbits. So we'll start with the GFS. We'll set it for the 20th, which was 2 days ago. And as I move forward, you're just going to see the system. You're going to see it move down through Texas. It's going to reaccumulate here in the Gulf and basically be just a little artifact moving across Florida. And in fact, you almost can't see it until after it crosses through Florida. So there you have it right there. You see this part of the green right here? Follow as I move backwards and you'll get an idea of where it was. Right now, it's about right there. So now as I move forward, crosses Florida, and then you see it pop up as a system afterwards. So just to give you a little bit of an idea of how the tropical tidbits charts work. You can clearly see this is here on this radar chart, but on tropical tidbits we see nothing until that storm's already moving up towards the east coast. It's basically going to follow this path here. You see this strip of this front right here? This thing's going to move across Florida, get caught up in it, and then it's going to be pushed up to the north. So really quick, I'll take you through the CMC. We'll see basically the same thing. It's going to just like that. So we're going to start at the 20th, which was 2 days ago again. You're going to see that dense system move across Florida, and then it's going to form on the other side. Pushing forward, and there we go. Even by the 23rd, and there it is, where the 150 is right there. I'll back it up so you can backtrack it. Right over the top of Florida now. Now in the Gulf, and you can see the circle here that measures our low pressure. It almost peels off into a little piece, and it goes across Florida and then reforms on the other side, which would be, unfortunately, after Thanksgiving. So it looks like rain for Florida on Thanksgiving. And then this right here, guys, this is also part of that deep U. If I take this back a little bit, you can see right here is why the middle of the country is so much colder than the west side or the immediate east coast right now. So that's what we're dealing with, guys, and I'm glad to be back here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope if I don't speak to you, you guys all have a great Thanksgiving. I'm sure I'll speak to you before then. But again, this video mainly for Florida and their rain event that is coming up for the holiday, and the reason why we are beginning to see those super cold temperatures coming down from Canada. And remember, as they pass over the Great Lakes, guys, we get lake effect snow, and a lot of the times that's where the snow comes from in the Northeast. That's exactly what happened the other day. That's why a lot of us in the Northeast woke up to a powdering. That was lake effect snow from the Great Lakes, cold temperatures passing right over the Great Lakes. All right, guys, thank you so much. I will talk to you all very soon.